Isa sa pinakamalaking tanong na dapat mong pagtuunan kung papasok ka sa stock market or money market investing ay kung saang market ka dapat nagpa-participate. Kung sa local market ba like Philippine Stock Exchange or sa international market like foreign stocks or forex, even commodities like gold and oil. So saan nga ba dapat magsimula? Sa PSE ba or sa international market? Usually ang iniisip natin, especially pag baguhan pa lang tayo, ay sa local markets lang muna ako. Kasi mas kilala ko ang mga negosyo at hindi nakakatakot kasi teritoryo natin to. We use peso at nakakatakot isipin na pag sa international market ako, dollars ang gagamitin ko or other currencies. So PSE lang muna ako. But that should not be your basis in making this decision. Bago ko po sagutin yung tanong kung saan ka dapat magsimula, paunahin ko muna mag-share yung kaibigan ko na si Mr. Marvin Germo kung saan ba mas maganda may exposure based on his experience sa local ba or international market.
And I'm with Marvin right now. Marvin, thank you for gracing us with your presence today. A few questions for you. What do you think is the advantage of investing in the international market? What are the perks in it?
Okay, syempre I can only share from my own experience. So I'm sure everyone, different people have different experiences when they trade the markets. Ako, I've been investing since 2013, pero nag-start ako when we're talking about international markets. My first exposure was Singapore. My main intention was I just wanted to buy a lot of REITs kasi yung nakita ko before, Singapore was a very nung hindi pa masyado pumapasok yung online, no, Singapore was very there was a lot of consumption from the malls. So I bought a lot of REITs because I knew that the rental income from those malls would earn a lot, and yung Singapore kasi medyo maliit lang yung lupa, madami naghahati-hati, so it's logical for property prices to increase. So yun lang yung initial na exposure ko. Then after that, I learned that may mga ETFs pala, and I started 2014 naman when China's economy was better. I started buying mga China ETFs, the top I think they had an ETF there that pulled in all of the 50 large cap stocks ng China. So yun lang, wala akong masyadong alam sa Chinese economy, pero I knew at that time, wala akong alam sa specific stocks nila doon, pero I knew at that time their economy was better than where it is today. So in that perspective, I started getting ETFs naman. So then after that also, I've been buying gold then. Ngayon may halo ng yung tangible physical gold, pero before that I started to buy gold ETFs as well. So parang yun yung exposure ko into the commodity market, pero because it's an ETF, nagkaroon ako ng liquidity. Then the next logical step for me was, sabi ko, parang same analysis, same exposure. Then I started going to US markets. I started looking into my investments in US or in other markets is divided into three. Number one, I buy companies with very good brands. So Disney, Nike, Starbucks, yun consistent yun. Or I buy technology. So there was a time before Tesla, Amazon, Google, now more Facebook and Apple stocks. And then the third one is hindi ko alam kung if this will sit well to a lot of people, pero I've been doing this for Singapore markets and US markets. I invest in companies that build weapons of war. So yung mga Lockheed, mga Boeing, sa Singapore ST Engineering. So yun, yung primary reason ko bakit ko ginawa yun kasi number one, it exposes me to other things na hindi ko mabibili sa Philippines. Kasi dati kung gusto mo bumili ng anything exposed sa gold, the only way for you to do it is to buy mining stocks. Sa akin, having the chance to buy gold ETFs, it gave me a different realm of analyzing it also. So that was one. Then diversification also, kasi my mentality lang was if I get REITs, Singapore-based naman, I'm protected, because if something bad happens to the Philippines, I still get steady cash flow also. Then third, yung technology, wala. At that time, nalala ko 2014, nag-IPO ata Surpass. I think it was Surpass, or 2015 ata yun, Surpass. But they were one of the first technology stocks sa market. So I really wanted technology as well. Kung nalaman ko to earlier, na nag-IPO sana yung Facebook at 20-something, I would have started. Tapos nalala ko nag-dip pa yun to 18. Pero wala, hindi ko alam na pwede siya. So medyo late, hindi naman late, pero if I knew that I could have got Facebook earlier, I would have gotten Facebook earlier. So yun. Tapos, from a technical perspective naman, I like it because it has volume. If you go to other markets, there's not just volatility, but there's more credibility dun sa pag-analyze ng chart. So yun yung nagustuhan ko doon because it allows me to mas reliable siya kasi sa Philippines, yung choices mo of stocks that have volatility and have volume are very, very little. Unlike sa states or other markets that the ones that have volatility have also volume. So the analysis has lesser false signals. The analysis becomes more, I think, more robust also in the way I would do it. Mas napansin ko also having Philippines more than a decade na, tapos sa States 6-7 years, mas napansin ko mas reliable yung readings ko because the variety, the choices, and the sheer number of people trading, it allowed it for me to be better. Tapos advantage pa ng US markets. I don't know if this is an advantage for a lot of people, pero kunyari dumating ka sa bahay ng 10 PM ng gabi, hindi ka pa naman tulog so makaka-trade ka pa That's even better for people who are working kasi pag nagtatrabaho ka, nasa office ka 10 AM, you're thinking about other things, pero pag 10 PM nasa bahay ka na, you can still trade the US markets. Wala ka na inisip. Yun. So I think yun yung advantages. Tapos may mga stocks kasi sobrang lakas ng brand niya na alam ko na because they have a very, very strong brand and they have a very, very large exposure that the margins will always be there. Yung Apple Watch, an Apple Watch is probably at cost, it costs 5 to 7 times more when it's sold out already. So samantalang yung parts, may study yung iPhone 7. The iPhone 7, yung parts sa Philippines, may mga chips kasi doon galing Philippines Tapos pinapadala sa China, kinukumpul lahat sa China yon. Tapos it becomes the iPhone. The iPhone 7, cost to make the iPhone 7 was around 10,000 pesos. When they sold it, in the US already, it was 50,000. So yung 10,000, hati-hati na yung China, tapos Vietnam, Thailand, whoever exports to China. Then sa Philippines, as a States, it gets sold for 50,000. So the one who creates a finished product with the brand makes a lot of money. So yun lang. That's why yun din. I ascribe to what Warren Buffett likes. I like Coca-Cola because hindi siya healthy pero nakaka-chubby din siya. Tinigil ko na mag-Coca-Cola pero alam ko madami tao pa rin mag-Coca kasi it's ewan ko, mas masarap. Hindi ko alam yung preference ng tao between Pepsi and Coke, but people like Coke more even though they taste almost the same. So yeah, that's it.
Alright, so thank you so much, Marvin. Short talk but so much content in it. Thank you so much for using us. Baka malate ka na sa plano mo.
So, dito pa nandiyan pa sila lahat, so I think okay lang.
Alright,
pero yun guys, sobrang yaman ni Lloyd, so pakinggan nyo siya kasi kung may makikilala kayo taga Cebu, ano lang naman yan yung pamilya nila Ellen Adarna, then sila na, yun. That's how you rank Lloyd in Cebu.
Patay tayo dyan.
Subscribe to him.
Alright, thank you so much. So yes, this is Marvin Germo. Search for him in Facebook. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel and like his Facebook page and follow him. There's so many things you can learn from this guy also. And thank you so much again for gracing us with your presence.
Parang awan nyo na wala nag-follow sa akin please. So thank you for having me.
Alright, thank you so much, Marvin.
Okay, bye-bye.
Alright, bye-bye. Ingat sa biyahe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So to recap what Marvin said, and I want to focus on this, one of the biggest advantages in trading the international market is the volume of trades. Ano ba ang volume sa trading at bakit isa ito sa malaking advantages ng international market? According to Investopedia, volume of trade is the total quantity of shares or contracts traded for a specified security or maybe index. Meaning, kung gaano kadaming stocks ang natitrade within a given number of time or the amount traded in that amount of time. Sa international market, let's say sa US market, sobrang laki ng volume ng trading. To compare the volume of PSEI or Philippine Stock Exchange Index and let's say Nasdaq, isa lang sa mga market sa US, Just today, July 6, 2020, ang trading volume ng PSEI is at 5 billion pesos. Malaki na. While Nasdaq index reached 200 billion dollars. Kung i-convert natin yan sa peso, ang volume ng Nasdaq alone in one day reached 10 trillion pesos. Yung 1 trillion lang, I can't even imagine how much that money is. But 10 trillion, my God, ang laki niyan. But ganyan kalaki ang diferensya ng volume sa local market natin and the international markets. And I really want to focus on this difference in volume. Bakit? As Mr. Marvin Germo said, mas reliable ang technical analysis if there is good volume in trading. And for traders, especially if you want to learn how to trade, this will be a very beneficial to you. Technical analysis will play a big role in your decision making when it comes to trading. Ibig sabihin nito, kapag mas reliable ang technical analysis, mas marami ang chances na mananalo ka sa trading mo. It's still not a guarantee, but still, that's a very good advantage for you in trading. So this is the best market to start learning how to trade. Bakit? Sa PSE, maliit lang ang volume. That means technical analysis is not that reliable, and that means it is that much more challenging to trade. And if dito ka magsisimula, instead of building your confidence as a trader, which is very important for your development towards being a good trader, instead, because it's much easier to lose here, this market will not build your confidence, but will also crush your morale. And this is why there are so many newbie traders who starts in the PSE end up quitting. I'm not saying all, kasi meron namang magagaling na traders sa PSE. It's just that it is more challenging to start here compared to the international market. The second advantage I want to focus on na sinabi ni Marvin kanina is the brands that you can choose and invest in sa international markets. So investing naman tayo ngayon. Tanong, anong business sa Pilipinas ang mayroong worldwide influence or clientele? Honestly, napaka-konti lang. Sa US market, you can invest in Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, companies that have worldwide influence, and because ganun kalawak ang reach nila, they have what we can say a global growth. And that is big, especially if you want to invest. And because ganun kalaki ang growth nila, global, ganun kalaki ang probability rin ng growth ng pera mo in investing depending on when you were able to enter and invest in them. So with those two advantages, which is for trading and investing, I would strongly recommend that you start in the international market. And if you want to ask me how to start in the international market and who my broker is, I use eToro to trade in the international markets. There is a link in the description that you can use to create a free account. Free lang gumawa ng account. Make one and you can use their practice platforms so you can practice with virtual money lang muna while learning how to trade, and just fund your account when you are already up for the challenge in trading. So that's for this video. I hope may natutunan po kayo. We want to thank our guest for today, Mr. Marvin Germo. Check his channel out. Link is in the description too. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow my Facebook page. Have a great rest of your day and let's get rich together.